There you go. All right, now the man from Canada, the Falcons fan from Canada, the one himself that just wanted some friends.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going?
It's not crazy draft, hey? Wow.
It's crazy so far.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Who do you? All right, pick is in. So before they say, who do you want? Who do you want?
Oh man, I want defense. I don't care who it is on defense. I want defense, but I think they're gonna go Malik Willis or they're gonna go Garrett Wilson. Those are my two choices.
Okay, so you think the offense for sure?
But I already had a quarterback going off before this pick, so it's.
Yeah, I think the Panthers they were waiting for the Panthers pick personally. I thought they were going quarterback for sure. I'm actually shocked that they didn't go quarterback, but whatever. Yeah. I guess it is what it is, right? So. But I guess we'll see if they once it's in and once I see it. Obviously, I'm delayed a little bit, but
do you want me to say it when it comes in, or do you want to see it yourself?
No, I want to see it.
Okay, I won't.
We're a little delayed too because Delilah was getting them before I was.
Okay, all right.
Really? Okay.
We'll let you react before we say anything then.
I'm nervous.
Guess is.
It's like you hope for the best, right? You hope you don't screw it up. You hope your team's not the first one to just be like, oh, by the way,
why did we do
we're gonna fuck the right here? But I don't know. Maybe I'm surprised there hasn't been a trade yet. To be honest with you,
that too. Yeah. Absolutely. Actually,
I thought the Giants that second trade. I thought the Giants were gonna, or that second pick. I thought the Giants were gonna trade it away.
Yeah, I think it was going with the Jets personally. I thought the Jets for sure were gonna trade that away.
Like Debo or something.
Well, the Jets have their 10th pick. I think I thought they were going to trade their 10th pick.
I think we will see a trade, though. Like, I think it'll happen. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen, right? So, yeah, it's tough to say. Oh, here it comes. Who's it going to be?
I'm so nervous for you.
Oh, my God. Got my volume muted, too, so I have no idea what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm okay with Drake London.
I was like, I'm trying not to say anything, trying not to react.
All right. You know what? I don't hate that. I was choosing between Drake London and Garrett Wilson anyways, honestly. I would have preferred Garrett Wilson just because of his size. Mm-hmm. But, I'll take Drake London. I just wasn't really fond of the Alabama quarterback. I forget his name. What's his name? Jameson, right? Williams, I think.
The receiver, Jameson.
Yeah. I didn't want him. That's all I didn't want for wide receiver. So, it kind of makes sense they went wide receiver first overall, to be honest. I think it would have been a little bit differently if Calvin really maybe would have been back. But honestly, that's a big hole. And who he signed off in the offseason with Bird and Auden Tate, like it wasn't enough. There's no wide receiver one there. Sure. So, this makes a lot of sense, actually. I don't hate that. So
I think I think if he had a better quarterback or was at a better program this year, he would have gone even sooner. I think he is uber talented and was held back from just quarterback play this year. I think Drake London is he's going to be an absolute stud.
He also is one that shot up the charts the last week or so.
Yeah, that's just the way
that Ohio State wide receiver going first and then him. And you want him to follow the Steelers.
I mean, the one that you were doing, I was just, hey, your mock draft, he was available at the 20th pick. And I was like, hey, if he's available there, that's what I want.
I had him going to the Jets.
So Sid, who do you want now? So a quarterback hasn't left yet.
I know. I'm so nervous. We're gonna trade up to the 11 with Sean's team, the Commanders. Oh man, I
would die.
I'm okay taking a quarterback at 20. Like if that's what happens, like if Malik or Kenny Pickett are there and that's who they want, like I'm cool with that. I just don't want.
Like they're gonna be there.
I just don't want to trade up. That's what I don't want. Like because I think we need more pieces than just a quarterback, and obviously I don't think. My personal opinion is I don't think these quarterbacks are first round worthy, but they're the best in this class, so they're gonna go in the first round because quarterbacks always in need. If these quarterbacks were in last year's class, they would be third round picks, or if they were in next year's class, they'd be second and third round picks. So it's because they're the only quarterbacks in this draft, they're gonna be in the first round, and I hate to see my team reach for them because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what? At the same time, though, they were saying earlier on, I was watching the NFL Network over here in Canada, and they were mentioning about how, these quarterbacks, like Josh Allen, and you look at Russell Wilson, right? Like, they weren't necessarily, high up, kind of, similar to this quarterback class, right?
For sure.
So, who knows what Kenny Pickett's going to do? Who knows, how Malik Willis is going to do? They could be top 5 QBs for all we know, right? And we could just be sleeping on them, right? So, it's tough to really say. I don't know. We'll see how it's going to go, but
I feel the same way, and that's why I'm okay taking one at 20. Like I'm okay if they fall to us and that's who we take. Like I'm not gonna be mad at that. It's giving up stuff to go get them because they're not like the
Worth
proven guy. Like the Trevor Lawrence. Like I mean, obviously is a lock. Like you know that Zach Wilson was good, Trey Lance was good, Mac Jones was good. Like you knew those were first round guys coming out.
Yeah.
Like, these guys just aren't that. So I'd hate to see us give up more than just the first pick to go get them. And I think that's what would I would be unfortunate. Like I wouldn't like myself anyway. So
no, I definitely agree. You know, I've always kind of been fond too of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've never been a really big Ben fan, to be honest, but like especially with some of the moves that Pittsburgh has made recently, like with I love Claypool too. Like I'm a huge Claypool fan. I think he's amazing on that team too, and I'm actually happy that you guys traded away Juju. I didn't want Juju on that team anymore, so. Like
I love Juju personally. I mean, his off the field stuff, a lot of people gave him hate for, but his hit when
I'm sorry.
was on
he
the
could
field,
be an accessory to murder, or he could be making TikToks. Like, is his
Cowboys
off the field? Is his off this field stuff really a thing? Like,
hey, everybody was
because
giving
he
him
makes
crap
TikToks.
for it.
Everyone in the world makes TikToks. Come on. I just think it's dumb to get on it. He's a kid. Like, don't be a kid. Hating on him.
My thing about Juju is when he was on the field, he was 1,000% in. I mean, he was played hard. He he was a blocking first, like tough dude. So I love Juju. I also love Claypool though a lot. Like I think Claypool's. I think he's going to be
maturing to do.
I think he's going to be a lot better this year than he was last year.
Too.
Because our whole offense for him was on 3rd and long, just throw it deep to him on the sideline and. Everybody in America, everybody in the world knew that that's what's going to happen.
And the Steelers do a really good job of like understanding their players' weaknesses and totally turning it around. Like Deontay Johnson dropped the ball a million times 2 years ago. Last year had like what?
Yeah, one drop going in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, unfortunately, but totally different player. I'm like, this guy totally turned it around. So they'll be able to develop Claypool and he'll get there.
The loss of Juju makes me want a receiver in the first round. Like that's where I want the Steelers to go.
I don't know though. Like I get it, but at the same time, like look how quarterback like heavy your division is, right? Like do you really think like that Trubisky's going to be able to go and compete with the Browns with Deshaun Watson? Are they going to be able to compete with Lamar at his full like team that's no longer injured, right? That's the real question. Like your division is by far not a sleeper division. You need a good quarterback that you can trust.
So my thing is is Trubisky that much worse than Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett that's unproven and wouldn't even be a first round pick in last year or next year's draft? You know what I mean? To me, I think Trubisky is highly underrated because of what happened at the end of his tenure there at the Bears. I mean, as a rookie, he went 13-3 and took them to the playoffs. And I promise that the roster that the Steelers have now is better than the roster the Bears had when they went 13-3.
Oh, easily.
And Tomlin is such much a better coach than Nagy was, obviously. So I think Trubisky has enough to get us to make us compete in that division. I mean, the Steelers are always a defense and run team first, and that's what we're built on. And I mean, we have a great running back. We've helped the offensive line, and our defense has always been solid, and I'm not worried about them too much. But I would love either offensive line to help Trubisky and Najee because that's who we go through. But we signed a couple guys in the offseason I really like, so I'm not mad if we don't go offensive line in the first. But I think, we lost Juju, Ray McLeod. So the two and James Washington, 3 of our top 5 receivers are gone.
Sure.
So we only have 2 that were actually played every game. You know what I mean? So we don't even have close to a number 3. We had practice squad guys from now. So that's the only reason I'm thinking receiver.
Real quick, do you think Seattle goes?
I can't believe there hasn't been a trade. I think it's highly likely Seattle goes.
I think they go Charles Cross or Malik Willis right now.
I think they're going Garrett Wilson.
They have DK and Tyler Lockett. You think they need another receiver?
I feel like
I think they're trading. I think they're going to trade DK. That's what I think, and they're going to trade back in.
For sure.
That's what I think. But anyways, guys, I'm going to run. I got pizza waiting. I had to run before I came on. So
for sure, I'm glad you got on. Thanks, man.